Hey, what's up? This is Taib from HouseOfKicks.com. I hope you're having a good week. I've been kind of busy, but a guy had asked me to do a prediction on the Jordan 1 Bred toe, and I actually wrote the article about it on the 19th of February, which is, I think is on Monday, right? I didn't get a chance to put it out. So I've seen a lot of the major websites are going around talking about how many, like how they are massively produced, which is right. But I wonder where they get that information from. I'm not gonna call out no names and all that, but I felt like Chris and I have been doing this kind of analysis for a while now, and my background is in mathematics. That's what I did. So I love playing with his numbers. It's fun for me to do it, so I enjoy doing this kind of stuff. But the thing is, with my job, between my job, the kids, and all that kind of stuff, it's hard for me to keep up with putting out material for YouTube. But every now and then I get a chance and I squeeze in like 5 or 10 minutes and I'll show you this kind of stuff. So tonight I'm going to show you an estimate of how many shoes, how many pairs of the Jordan 1 Bred toe I think Jordan brand made. All right. So we're going to make some assertions and we're going to build off of that. So let me share my screen and we can go from there. So let me do this here. So basically, these are the Bred toe. They're coming out on Saturday on the 24th, and the retail price is $160. Now, for those who don't know, Jordan Brand is actually implementing the edit to amplify. Basically, what they decided is that they weren't going to waste time on like Jordan retros or Nike shoes that do not sell, and they were going to focus more on stuff that actually sell, like the Black Cement 3. They took the price down to $200, and it was an automatic instant hit. Everybody was waiting for the Black Cement, so they made like 1,200,000 and even a little more than that. But it sold well, like they're still performing very well. So if you're a Jordan collector, you should be happy because they're gonna be making more of the classics, and they're gonna be making less of the stuff that people don't want. So stuff like this Bred toe is gonna be good. That means you're gonna be able to get your hands on. If you really want the shoe, you shouldn't have a problem getting them. All right, so now let's get into the prediction. So what I used was this. Last year, you remember the Royal one came out, right? And this is the release map from Foot Locker in the United States. Now, if you see, I juxtaposed on the picture of the Royal one and the Win Like 96. So if you see the Win Like 96 was made, they made a lot more of those than the Royal one. So when I put the pictures together, from my eye, the eye test tells me that the Royal one was about 3/4 the number of the on the Jordan 11 Win Like 96. So basically, what I'm saying is the number of pairs of the Royal one is about 3/4 times the number of pair of the Jordan 11 Win Like 96. And then from then on, I made last year, remember I wrote an article about this Jordan 11 Win Like 96, and I came up with 1,300,000 pairs made. So I'm not going to go back into the article. I just want to show you. I use that equation and I multiply by 3/4, which I already told you why, because it's 3/4. So I came up with 975,000 pairs of the Royal one, and I'm not off. I'm no, because the Royal one, I was able to get a pair actually the next day because I went to Foot Locker and they still had like few pairs left in there. So they made a lot. All right. So now let's bring it back to 2018. So now this is the release map for the Royal one, and I wanted to show you. I think I messed up here. I grab that picture. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. Let's go back on there. So this is the release map. I'm just gonna pick it up here. This is the release map for the Bred toe. You see, this is all the locations that are getting them within the USA. This is just Foot Locker, right? Now look at the release map for the Royal one. Let's go back and get that. So they are pretty much similar. I think they made the same amount of Royal one as much as the Bred toe. So basically, our conclusion is really easy. So I'm thinking they made about 975,000 pairs of the Bred one, the Bred toe one. All right. So now the next thing you want to study is the market value. Uh-oh, you can hear my door opening. And the market value is going to be that's also another easy one. I went and did a little research on eBay, and I came up with 279.95, which is not bad at all. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want the shoes early, you can get them now for like actually $255. I'm thinking on Saturday the price is gonna drop down by $20, So you should be able to get it for like 250, 260. It's still a good flip. The shoe's 160, so the margin there for profit is good. Again, I'm not a reseller, but I'm saying if you're a reseller, it's not a bad shoe to have. Obviously bigger sizes are going to be harder to get. So if you get your hands on those, then you'll be able to make some good profit. But if you really want the shoe as a collector, you should be able to get them easily, because most footlockers are doing first come, first serve. So you should be able to go in the store, and if you get up early enough, you can get your hands on it. Now, I gave you a list of stores on my website that are getting the shoe. You can go ahead and then grab it. DTLR is getting it, Kicks USA, Jimmy Jazz, Sneakers and Stuff, Urban Industry. That's a bunch of stores that are getting them, like Finish Line, all these places. So you should be able to get your hands on it if you really want the shoe. And I'm thinking the price going to drop down to like 235, 240 at some point, because it happened with a Royal. I wouldn't even, like last year, I was trying to sell my Royal for like 240. I couldn't even sell it. All right. So you should be able to get your hands on it. It shouldn't be too hard. So I hope this helps, guys. I'm thinking 975,000 pairs, like I say, of maybe 1 million pairs. And that's going to happen with every classic Jordan. So if the Concord comes back, I think they're going to make about 1.5 million. This is what I'm thinking, because Jordan brand knows everybody wants it. So why waste time making shoes that ain't selling? So they're going to focus more on like Concord, Bred ones, Band 1, Bred 11s, all these shoes. Once they come back out again, you're going to be able to get your hands on it if you really go out there. You don't have to try too hard, because there's going to be a lot. All right. Thanks for watching. This is Ty from Master Kicks, and stay tuned for more stuff.